what we think is what we feel, and what we feel is often what we think. But sometimes analytical people so busy with thinking that they're not asking for God's appeal. You see, when we want to appease the Lord, it's one thing, but when we want to please the Lord, it's something else. And a lot of times religious right folks want to say that we are not willing to appease the Lord if we have a certain lifestyle, and that is a lie they sell themselves and tell others. You see, if Jesus Christ is the deity that he is, then at no time does a Christian have the right to say what he is. You see, what I mean by that is that God is ever present all over the globe. And openly there are different versions of the Lord's house that haven't always been told, because every nation under God is what we are. And every nation under God is what the United Nations is. But every nation around the world does not necessarily honor God. But even the people of Tibet honor the Lord. You see, your version of Christ may not be their version of Christ at all. And we know that Jesus traveled quite a lot, through a lot of spaces, a lot of places, and my late mother could probably tell you them all, because she studied that book and that part of work many times in her lifetime, in really good quality Bible study classes and Sunday school classes and church fellowship classes throughout her whole lifetime. She actually converted my father from his version of paganism, which is what it was called a long time ago, to the appropriate word for pagan, which is a person who has a pluralistic or diverse-oriented faith. My faith is a combination of my life experiences and my karmic past lives. And openly, when the Lord teaches us and preaches to us in the house of God, he chooses when we are placed back into the community of men. And many people don't like to hear this again and again, but what I can say to you is that God Most High knows exactly what to say to you, and yet you think that you are discontent. You see, your mind is telling you, I'm discontent. Your soul is telling me and telling you that you're hell-bent, but maybe you're just out of line with God. Maybe you're just off track and you're thinking that you're feeling odd, but the truth is, you know when you're off track. You know when you're immoral. You know when you're illegal, and that's the God gene in you saying, crave me and less of you. I once did a volunteer sort of study on religion, and I did that for my lifetime. You see, my mother and father made religion and the respect of other nations important to our family. My father made the respect for the law very important to our family. It began with who has the gold makes the rules with men. Because he was paying for us in childhood, he could decide what was right for us, and that was good. At the same time, he was the disciplinarian during a time when they said, spare the rod and spoil the child, and that is true. But we also have young people who are immoral in their version of that, because they've not understood that there's a certain period of time when a certain type of discipline is effective and when it's not. And that's an immoralness of you as thinking you have the right to play in America in sex, but then you're not willing to stay in the responsibilities of it.